two men used a dozen specially made steel pipes to build a country in the middle of the ocean. They not only managed to extract fresh water from the sea, but also built bars, restaurants, and other attractions on the platform, drawing in tourists from all over the world. But what was the real reason behind all this? Not long ago, Mark was driving his handmade car with his girlfriend when he was suddenly pulled over by a traffic cop. The officer asked him to show his license immediately. Mark quickly tried to explain that he only had a little to drink and could still walk straight, but he was still taken straight to jail because of this incident. His girlfriend ended up with a record too, which seriously affected her job, but Mark acted like it was no big deal. His attitude completely enraged her. She broke up with him on the spot and told him he never cared about anyone else's opinion, that he lived in a fantasy world of his own. But this world doesn't belong to just you. Mark didn't respond. He stayed silent for a long time, but then, an outrageous idea began to form in his mind. If this world doesn't belong to him, then he would create his own. Sometime later, Mark saw a billboard at a racetrack. It read, "Our platform, your freedom." That simple slogan sparked a wave of inspiration in him. He quickly found his best friend Tony and shared his wild idea. To his surprise, Tony was instantly excited. But if they were going to build their own country, they first needed land. After a lot of research and discussion, they realized the only place that was unclaimed and free was international waters. To build a platform at sea, they secretly studied how offshore rigs were constructed. They learned the theory, but building a platform required a huge number of steel pipes, and they didn't have the funds to ship that much material out to sea. But that didn't stop Mark. Back home, he began experimenting in his bathtub. His idea was to modify the pipes to be hollow. That way, they'd be cheaper to transport and easier to anchor into the seabed. And just like that, the two of them built a platform out in international waters, and it quickly became a popular destination, packed with curious visitors and vacationers. But before Mark could celebrate, his ex-girlfriend showed up. She told him this place could never be considered a country. At best, it was just a tourist spot. Her words made Mark pause and think, but from that conversation, he came up with a new idea.